Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is Wonderful Wednesday here at J is for Justice podcast. Welcome in, welcome in. It is Wednesday, March 20th, and we are going to do Wonderful Wednesday. We did it last week where I'm going to take some of your calls and see what you guys think of this case of missing Sebastian Rogers. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you to all the moderators that are here tonight. It's good to see all of you. We're going to open up the phone lines in just a bit, but I want to greet everyone, give everybody a chance to join. We have our subscriber count right above my head here. We are at 98,140, and I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't thank you guys enough for your support, for subscribing, for coming back. You know, it's been a long ride. But thank you. If you haven't hit that like button, now is a good time before we get knee deep into the case of Sebastian Rogers. So let's see who we've got in chat tonight. So we had Buttered Buttons that was here really early and said that we should take a look at the house layout because they said they recalled the bio mom stating that she went to the bedroom and Sebastian was not there and then thought he may be getting breakfast. Look at the house layout. So we might do that if we have enough time. What's up, Miss Robin and Kendi? Thanks for coming in. One-Eyed Flo, it's good to see you. I did hear about the prisoner escape in Idaho. He shot 3 correctional officers. He was just sentenced, I think, to what they said 20 years. It's crazy. I don't know how much you guys have been keeping up on. I know that I've been driving myself crazy listening to every interview that I can find with Sebastian Rogers' stepfather, Chris, and his mother, Katie. But I've put together a compilation of some of the interviews, sorry. And we're going to watch that too before I open up the phone lines. Live chat reminder. Yes, thank you, Shell. Let's go to our fan funding. We've got George Haynes. George became a lawful listener. Thank you so much for joining, George. We have One-Eyed Flo gifting a membership. Thank you so much. And then we have Shell, has been a lawful listener for 46 months.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita.
Coming in hot. Thank you so much for your support. Just as a reminder, the red, yellow, and green, those are not just reggae colors. Those are not just cool Rasta colors. Those are actually goals. And to keep the stream going, we meet our goals. And when we meet our goals, we get to spin the Wheel of Friday. So the Wheel of Friday is we put merch. We have other gifts and things that are donated and end up being given away on the Wheel of Friday. So if you want to be a part of that, all you have to do is gift a membership. Become a member, subscribe or not subscribe, but super chat or donate at www.j4j411.live. Now let's get into what you guys came here for. We're going to watch some of these videos right off the bat before we open up the lines. So don't put the hotline up yet. Karchi, it's good to see you. Good to see you. I'll be pinning your comments as we go. and getting your thoughts as we watch these clips. And I'm working on another video where I'm actually trying to compare every single thing and putting them in order. Like the very beginning, we came home, we planted flowers. Then the next interview, we came home, we planted flowers. It's the same, but there's some differences that don't make sense.
She said, we came home, we planted flowers on the side of the house.
What's up, Roberta? It's good to see you. Good to see you, Jess. Karchi. Makita, good to see you. Positive thinker Helen, good to see you as well. Lucia, we've got Jammers in the house and Kendo. Roberta Kaiser roll. What up, Roberta? Roberta. It's our Roberta.
Roberta.
And Teresa, the lovely Teresa. How is the weather up there in Michigan? Let us know. Tennessee Poppy. One-Eyed Flo is back. Island Thrifts is coming in hot with the fajitas. All in tanks. Good to see y'all today. So I love this. We're going to do Wonderful Wednesday. I think we should do it every week. Put a 1 in chat if you think we should do Wonderful Wednesday every week, or if you think we should not. Put a 2 in chat if you're like, hell to the nah, we ain't doing Wonderful Wednesday, but I think you guys would like it. Thank you, Miss Robin, for your super chat. Coming in hot with $4.99 tonight, getting us closer and closer to being able to spin that wheel.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita.
All right. So is our alert box working? Are you guys seeing it pop up? Hopefully. Okay, let's get into our video. I just had to pause it on their hands. Okay, first of all, it's cold in Michigan. It's cold in the D. It usually is until about Easter or after, even Memorial Day.
It's so cold in the D.
I think of
How the
y'all.
fuck do we supposed to keep peace?
Yeah, hopefully y'all will get more and more comfortable. What's up, Ann? Hopefully y'all will get more comfortable, Hellcat, and we'll get more call-ins. Okay, so yeah, they did a hand interview. Freaking Palmolive, right? Palmolive fucking dish soap. What is this? Who does this? I'll tell you who does this. The only other people I held back. The only other people that would do that is Letitia. Letitia Stout had her back of her head to the camera, crying, pleading for her stepson to come home. And now we have the hand interview. Talk to the hand. What's up, Kay? And welcome in, Vet Girl. It's good to see you again. Your moderators are dressed in blue, and you can tag them if you need anything throughout this live. I can't see every comment and suggestion, so please utilize your moderators. They are here for a reason. Okay, so we've got the Palmolive hand interview.
Just based on my observations, her hair was very greasy.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to get out my notes, my handy dandy notebook. Because I made notes on this shiz. So actually, the very first interview they did. Thank you so much, Island Thrifts. Just gifted 5 whole memberships. We've got 5 new members. Thank you so much. It's awesome stuff. Thank you so much. You guys, we are on the cusp of 100K. Look at that. 98,140. Are you freaking kidding? This is exciting. It's an exciting time to be a lounger. To be a freaking lounger. Okay, let me get my notes out. So we have the very first interview that these people did. Mind you, he went missing February 26th. Okay. March 3rd was when they did this first interview with Duchess. We're going to watch a little bit of this.
Um, he did have a really good weekend, actually. When we come home from having supper that evening, um, he was playing.
Mhm.
When he went to bed, when I told him to go to bed, he said, "I love you, Mama," and he said, "I love you, puppies." A little later in the evening, I myself went to bed, and when I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't here.
And you did tell me that Sebastian is not a runner.
My
He's
notes.
not.
It's okay. Take your time.
Sebastian does not have a history of running. I mean, the young man doesn't go outside very much. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood knows him. He is very,
So, what I just noticed out of that, he doesn't go outside very much, but everybody in the neighborhood knows him. I don't understand that.
to himself, so to speak. Um, between the hours of 12 and 6, he has basically vanished. Walked out of the house, the door was locked and gone.
He didn't take a phone. None of his shoes are missing.
Now, you told me that night now, Chris, you were at work. You were out of town at work,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you were not even home.
Correct, ma'am.
And Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight.
Midnight.
And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way there's
Crystal.
transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening. We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, "Hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed." Now, mind you, that was right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Mhm.
So then mom does go to bed and wakes up early in the morning to go wake her son up, get him ready for school. And now we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. Mom made an effort to look and search several times. Um, Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, "I can't find him." I was like, "Do what?" And she goes, "Yeah, I cannot find him." I said, "Well, hang on." I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do.
I'm wondering if anybody in that house had access to call anybody but him. Did he have her locked down as well? Does Katie have Facebook? I don't think I've seen Katie's Facebook. Did he have his wife locked down as well, guys? Because why would she need to call him? And why would he need to call 911? Weird. Let's keep watching.
Sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do. And within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
To the location.
Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at.
Mom Katie broke down several times in our interview, but says her hope is strong that her son Sebastian will be found safe and return home.
He's going to walk through that door, and this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
Stepdad Chris says it's been an emotional roller coaster that all started Sunday night, February 25th.
Here we go.
Pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means.
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's that morning he was laughing.
I wish people would step back, take a different wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts.
Are you both in the clear?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything
That
they've
doesn't
wanted,
equal
we have
cleared.
provided.
What do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
That we love you so much, and we want you to come home, and you're not in trouble.
Sunday, the day before he went missing, we got up and, fun fact, I made breakfast that morning.
We came home. We planted flowers.
We had a good time. We were laughing, we were joking. He talked to family on the phone during breakfast to brag. We went and picked up our niece.
Okay, this part is what's weird to me. We went and picked up our niece. She nudges him. She does have a Facebook. Thank you, Teresa. We picked up our niece. He FaceTimed family during breakfast. Ella Blue, thank you for becoming a member. He FaceTimed family during breakfast to brag. What was he bragging about? We're going to get to this too, because there's a lot of references to him being hungry and references to food.
I got a call and asked if I could go and pick her up, and I did. And so we went and did that. We went to BJ's. Had a good time there. He ate a colossal popcorn.
So she's saying he ate a big popcorn. So fun fact, she made breakfast and he had to FaceTime family. Who's the family he FaceTimed bragging that he got breakfast? Weird. So then he ate a colossal popcorn.
Came home to put groceries away because we bought snacks because, he's 15 and snacks.
We got snacks because he's 15 and snacks.
Came home to put groceries away because we bought snacks because, he's 15 and snacks.
Look at her face when she says snacks. I don't know what his mentality was like, but I know how kids can be. Mom, can I have a snack? Can I have a snack? Can I have a snack?
And then from there we went to dinner. Came home. He took out the trash because that's his chore. He takes the can to the end of the driveway.
Okay, so then they also place him with the trash that was taken out that morning, right? Or that day, that night. Okay. I did see that as well, CSI. The bio dad said that he had anemia and that he noticed bruises on him and took pics of the bruises, sent them to Katie. Right, where'd the niece go? Cassie, good question. Where'd the niece go? Yeah, I mean, the references to food are actually quite disturbing if you pay attention. Let's keep listening, then we'll open up the lines just a minute.
About 9 o'clock, told him to go to bed. And he's come out of his room where he was playing, and he said, "All right, good night, Mama. Good night, puppies. I love you." And went to bed. He was doing something in his room because about an hour later I heard some noise, and I was like, "I don't care what you're doing in there, but go to sleep." And
so this added information. At 10 now, she heard him, "I don't care what you're doing, go to sleep." That doesn't even make sense.
about midnight, I got up and I went to bed. And 6 o'clock, I went to wake him up for school Monday morning. And that's when he went in here. Choice words were used.
So she was asked, what was your reaction when you realized that he was missing? Okay. Before she said, "I called my husband." But now this is the latest interview. Boy, have they had time to add on to that story, huh?
Where the F is he, I had looked through the house for him because it was typical for him to get up and come and rummage for snacks and things like that. And he likes to dip behind the, walls and watch,
No, these people withheld food from this kid. I'm telling you right now. I didn't even notice this before, but he's rummaging. Why would you ever say that your child is rummaging for food? Rummaging to me means that there's really nothing there and they're trying to find whatever they can. Like rummaging through a garbage dumpster. You're rummaging through to see if you can find something.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Up and come and rummage for snacks and things like that. And he likes to dip behind the, walls and watch, and then he comes out after I come back and he likes to scare me. But
no, I think he's hiding from you because he's trying to rummage snacks.
After I looked, and I mean, mind you, all of this took place in like 1 minute flat. But I didn't see him in his room. I looked all over. I ran through the whole house. I looked out all the doors and windows, and I was like hollering his name. And I picked up the phone and I called my husband, and I said, "I can't find him." And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "He's not in this effing house. I can't find our son." And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying and I was screaming. And he was like, three-wayed law enforcement and was telling them our son is missing and we don't know what's going on. And he was like, "Go back to the house, they're on their way." And I drove back to the house, and 20 days later we haven't found him.
He's not one that is
He doesn't have a history of being an eloper, which is common, and I have friends with children on the spectrum who do struggle with elopement with their children, but no, Sebastian, that's one thing, has always been a blessing. He's not been an eloper or a runner. His primary areas are social and emotional dysregulation issues and things like that, but he's very smart, he's functional. Overall, he's a pretty happy kid. I mean, he's a teenager. He's coming into his hormones.
Overall, he's a pretty happy kid.
He's angry that he's growing a mustache, but for the most part, he's a happy kid. And
what I can tell you is, with all law enforcement, with everybody that's involved, there's nothing that's been eliminated. Everything is on the table. Everything is being looked at from every possible aspect.
Everything from he got out and walked away and was outside of the search radius before we started searching to the worst.
Yeah. And that's currently where we're at. I mean, it's...
Yeah. really trying not to go down that road because we're gonna find him.
Speculating causes problems. Assumptions cause issues. And based on facts of what everybody knows, right now, there's nothing, and everything is still on the table to being looked at.
We just know he's out there somewhere.
Sure. So, there's a lot of speculations about that video that are floating on the internet.
Okay. So now he's going to school us about the flashlight video. So there is a reputable reporter that this guy refuses to talk to. He set up an interview and then ghosted him. He's not so proud, the Proudfoot, because he's avoiding the reporter that's probably onto him versus the ones that are buttering his ass. Yeah. So he's going to tell us about this flashlight video that has been reported through a reputable reporter that it was part of the case file. I think maybe it was leaked. The TBI walked it back, said, no, we haven't found anything significant, but we know that sometimes details are not always what they seem when they're investigating in an active investigation. So sometimes details are put out there to make people feel like they're not in the hot seat. So here we go with, he's going to tell us all about this video.
Okay, and that is exactly what it is. It's speculations. Now, what it can give you an official statement on is TBI Newslink has released a statement from law enforcement, between local law enforcement, state law enforcement, some federal law enforcement, and they have analyzed that video so many times over that everything that everybody is trying to assume is a flashlight, I hate to say this, it's not. As much as we would love it to be one, it's not. I'm not going to go into detail.
As much as we would love it to be one, it's not. Let's open up the phone lines. I think he's guilty of something. He knows what happened. Change my mind. Phone lines are open. 727 755 6001. Let's get that hotline up. Mods, you can go ahead and share the hotline. I want to hear from you guys because I've had it. This has kept me up last night. I stayed up watching the last interview with Seth. Everything is not jiving with both of these people. So the phone lines are open. 727-755-6001. Give me a call.
As far as where that video is shot from, but I can tell you, as the parents, we have seen the video firsthand from law enforcement. We know exactly where it was taken from, and nothing that is being assumed right now is actually true about that video, unfortunately.
He says, unfortunately, he's like, yep, I just set him straight. Look at him. He's so proud of himself. He thinks he's so smart.
You, as the parents, we have seen the video firsthand from law enforcement. We know exactly where it was taken from, and nothing that is being assumed right now is actually true about that video, unfortunately.
Blink, 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 blink.
And anything about...
Watch again. Give me a call, guys. 727-755-6001. Tell me your theories. Do you agree that he's sus? Why do you think he's sus? What have you noticed that's different?
As the parents, we have seen the video firsthand from law enforcement. We know exactly where it was taken from, and nothing that is being assumed right now is actually true about that video, unfortunately.
Blink, 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 blink.
And anything about any other videos or anything like that, please refer to the TBI news link that they have out there, the updated Amber Alert stuff, and it will give you the most up-to-date information that all law enforcement has, and they will give you current as far as what's what and how they're looking at things.
And if there's any new video, forward it to them.
Please.
Yeah.
Around this neighborhood, and this whole community, I mean, I can tell you that much here. When it comes to the cameras, there has not been one person that has said no. And trust me, it is greatly felt that everybody's been so open, so helpful in pushing out any which way they can. I mean, there's been some families that have actually been on vacation that weren't home, and they got they've got permission from that family to take a look at their cameras and go in their houses without them even being present, which has been amazing. So
I bet look at how he looks down, dude. That scared the shit out of him. Okay, so what he said is that law enforcement told him that, hey, dude, some of your neighbors are even on vacation and they're giving us footage. Did these motherfuckers know that somebody was on vacation and maybe cut through their yard to the construction site? Because look it. He's like, oh, it's been amazing. The people that are on vacation gave their footage up. Those are not two parents who think that that's hopeful information. Does that look like they just got hopeful information that, wow, even the neighbors that are out of town have cameras? Wah, wah, wah. That's what I see in that picture. Wah, wah, wah. Let's watch that part again. Dude, Chris, I can't.
And from that family to take a look at their cameras and go in their houses without them even being present, which has been amazing. So, but yeah.
That's good.
They don't look too good, right? Wah, wah, wah.
What do you say? Oh, God.
What do you say to Sebastian? Y'all, it's been 3 weeks and she's got to think. Oh, I don't know. This drives me crazy.
Oh, God. That if you can see this or hear this, that we just want you home, baby, and we love you. And there ain't nothing gonna stop us from coming and getting you and bringing you home.
I can't speak for his father, but I'm pretty sure we all have the same opinion, that we love you, miss you, we want you home, and if you can, call us, get wherever you can, let us know, and we will come get you.
Call 911. Run
Call us? What?
down to the street, go in public, anything. The signs that we've been blessed to have family, friends, and even some in the community that have been helping us, but we've been out spreading those as far as we can, even over state lines, trying to get awareness because...
Wow. They've been out putting signs up now? When have they been doing that? And why is that sign in their house? Go put that in someone's fucking yard. What are they doing?
You know, not everybody knows that he's missing, and there's a chance that if someone could see him and not even realize who he is. So we want to get his face out there because we want him home.
Surprisingly, even locally, there are some folks that don't even know what's going on, and it's kind of like a shocker. Like, how do you not know? You know, it is amazing because in the past couple of weeks, you've got 2 cases. A 15-year-old boy that has vanished without a trace. You've got a 22-year-old, 6'4" or 7" college kid from Missouri who has vanished without a trace. That's a huge significance here. That it's like, wow, how?
Wow.
I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
Look at that face. Come on, guys. Call up. Give me your thoughts. 727-755-6001. It's just like making a phone call, y'all. You don't have to freaking show your face. You don't have to have your camera on. 727-755-6001. Hold on one second. Hey, honey. What'd you get? Puff Mellows? What are those called? I love them. Okay, sorry. Granddaughter called. Can't ignore her FaceTimes. Ms. Poppy McGill, call in. Convince me that they don't know something. Call in and convince me. Let's keep listening.
So
It's scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
and unfortunately,
We're going to get to the
college
hand
kid
interview
is
next.
from Missouri, I think.
Yeah, Missouri.
I can only imagine what his family is going through.
It's like your worst nightmare come alive.
Yes, and it's ongoing. It's every single day.
Here we go. We got a caller.
People are people.
People are people.
Call from
Amber.
Hey, Amber, you're live. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
Not too much. I just called because nobody else was calling in. I feel really sad about this, and I feel like it's so strange because, Madeline Soto disappeared the same day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't, after the Summer Wells case, it's just like, what's going on in Tennessee? Are they tracking all this stuff?
I know.
Are they tracking it all, or are they just dropping it and moving on to the next? And
I know.
It's really sad that there's so much just, staring you in the face that these other cases, it's the same talk, it's the same stuff.
I know it. I feel the same way, girl. And I'm worried because I'm having flashbacks of Summer Wells just hearing the TBI stuff, and it just sounds like it's going down that same dead end road,
It's really strange because I was stationed out there for 7 years in Clarksville where his dad lives, and that's where the 101st Airborne is, and I have a lot of retiree friends out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems so strange with such a high military and other types of presences that when something like this comes up, it just nobody even knows about this. No, I'm struggling to even find information about it. It's like, what the heck?
Right. Well, and here they are saying that they've been out searching, and
well, this is the first time I saw this interview, and I've watched several others, and it's just painfully obvious that they just are changing what they say every time. And I'm really praying for him and for his father and his grandmother that are just, they are screaming for help, but it just seems like the mom and stepdad are doing the most bare minimum they can to not get this case into anybody's attention,
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the crane being shown in this?
Oh, I said something about that. I said that was freaking weird because the dude's a crane operator. What the hell does that have to do with Sebastian?
Yeah.
You got a picture of him that you keep staring at like a memorial, and then the stepdad's crane that he drives that has nothing to do with that boy or anything that he likes or anything about him.
I have a theory on the crane.
Yeah.
I
go
think that
for
it was put there on purpose to make the public think that Sebastian was so close to his stepdad, who was a crane operator,
Yeah.
that would be a toy because he wanted to mimic, like boys mimic their dads. Like my ex-husband was in construction, so my boys always wanted to put on the tool belt and, pretend to be
Yeah,
dad.
it's painfully obvious
Mhm.
that he has no relationship with that child, and he probably doesn't even like him. It doesn't even seem like his mom does. And the stuff with the food, I started getting really feeling ill when I like how you stop it and kind of dissect things, because I was like, wow, I did not catch that. And
Yeah, I catch new things every
really
time.
scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's really scary.
What do you think about him hiding around the corner? I think he was trying to sneak to get food.
Yeah, I mean, it's really terrifying. And if they've searched that home and they've done digital forensics, then they have enough to go on. And I just pray that they're actually using their resources to get this done, because me and my husband just moved from a county here in Texas that we had a wonderful little place, down home country folk, but the law enforcement is completely worthless. And we've seen murders go unsolved. We had a slew of like 4 murders. And it's just, like this, they just don't inform nobody, don't answer any questions, and just move on. And I'm like, what I am not buying a house here. This is too much. And it kind of, that's why I was telling him about this case. I said, oh, Bandera, Texas? That's how all of Tennessee sounds to me,
It doesn't sound good.
You'd think that, hey, this is a high profile case. This is a young boy. Let's put our best foot forward. We're in the public spotlight. Let's finish this out. And unfortunately, some departments are like that, hey, the less we find, the less paperwork we have to do type thing. And I hope that's not the case.
I hope not too. I really do. I was reading the TBI newsroom because Chris just keeps directing everyone there. So I did read that, and I can bring that up, but I do have the flashlight video for those who haven't seen it. Let me get that pulled up.
All I can say is they've contradicted themselves so much in the public eye that if law enforcement drops the ball on this, it's going to be painfully disappointing, not only for Sebastian, but for all the citizens that live out there. And they should really do some looking into and voting on some things in their area, because this seems to be an epidemic problem in Tennessee.
I mean, it's just like, you would think with him saying he was at work that they would be able to verify that with plate readers and things like that. But we say it takes time, but it's been how many weeks now? Almost a month.
Well, he said he was out of town for a long, long time. He hasn't seen him. He takes a trailer down there.
Mm-hmm.
So what? I mean, you don't think this guy has the ability to take another vehicle up, to leave his phone there, and to go back to work?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he seems to control everything going on.
I agree with that. He sure does.
And if his phone's out there and he came back, his vehicle's not spotted, and his phone's not pinging. So what are they going to do? That's a wrap. Nope. Wasn't him.
I just don't know. I don't know where he could be. I don't know where he could be.
Yeah.
Where could he be? Because the dad, or
the
stepdad.
I mean, in my personal opinion, like I said, I mean, I've been trying my hardest to get information on this case, but I don't know too much. I'd say maybe just along that, whatever that route is to where he's working, and anywhere he has access to. He works in construction. He's a crane operator. You think you don't think that they have their own construction dump sites where they have tons and tons of materials piled up for, I don't know, a year or two until a big job gets done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's all kinds of stuff over there
Well,
they should be looking
we
into.
also have Chris confirming that they did track his scent, Sebastian's scent, over to the construction site.
Which is what, though? I don't understand what that is. Somewhere nearby their home. It's not where he worked, or...
It's not. Nope. It's just right a block behind. I actually have a picture.
Right. I remember them saying that. I just don't have a good frame of reference to what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm putting it up on the screen right now. So when it pops up, we have a little bit of a delay, but when it pops up, you'll see the red pin is actually their house, and then you can see that road where there's like no grass. That's the construction site.
I don't know if I can look while I'm like on the phone,
okay.
So I had turned off the live. But
chat should be able to
anyways,
see
I don't want to stay on forever. I had just seen that no one was calling. And
thanks for breaking the ice.
Yeah, I'm hot about this one. I'm just hot because, oh yeah, I gotta pause it. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just angry because there's just so many glaring factors that it just seems, in certain places, boom, 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 they got it. And I just hope that they're not dragging their feet and that they're getting things together. And for Seth and his grandmother, I'm praying for you guys and that you can, find your son. And I'm so very sorry this happened to you. And I guess that's all. I'll go back to drinking my beer out here in Texas.
Well, thank you. Enjoy your brew.
All right.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
calling. All right. Bye, Amber. Well, I agree with the caller. I don't know about y'all, but I agree with the caller. I want to get some of these screenshots pulled up here of Mr. Proudfoot. So the video you're seeing on your screen right now is actually the flashlight video. And this is from early Monday morning, February the 26th at 3:10 a.m. So this video is at 3:10 a.m. We don't know exactly where, okay? But if we look at this picture that I've put up here, okay, and you see what's called Doversley Street or Court, that's where the construction site is. Now we have their house pinned, right? And then if you, I don't know if you guys can tell, but if you look down at the very bottom where the hold on. We've got another caller.
Call from
Buttered Buttons.
Buttered Buttons, you are live. Buttered Buttons.
Dang.
Hey, you're live, Buttered Buttons.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up early.
Go ahead. Go ahead, BB.
So I was digging around on the internet and I started looking at the house. And when you walk out of the master bedroom, you look directly into the kitchen before you actually turn to go to the other bedrooms.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. And I'll send you links tomorrow.
Okay.
But one of her interviews, and I can't remember which one, and I could be wrong on this. I think she said, I got up, I went in there, he wasn't there, and I thought, oh, maybe he went to fix breakfast. So I went back, and when I looked at the house, I'm like, you knew he wasn't in the kitchen when you went to the bedroom. There's no possible way. But anyhow.
Did you happen to
That's
look
my
at the
little scoop.
Did you look at the house?
Yes, there is a video online, and there is also, it's on one of the links that sells houses.
Nice. If you could email that to me, I would so greatly appreciate it.
I will. It will be in the morning early, but I will get it over to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Buttered Buttons.
Okay. Have a good night, sweetie.
I love your name. All right, you too.
Thanks.
All right, bye. Loving Buttered Buttons. Okay, so let me read you a couple screenshots here from Christopher Proudfoot. Okay, here, let me pull this up. I can't just read it. I got to show you that it came from this dude. I can't. Okay, check this out. Here's screenshot number 1. Yes, I am confirming that the dogs had a scent that led to the construction site. No signs or evidence reveals Sebastian was there. Please keep in mind that dog tracking isn't as credible as you think.
Okay.
All right. So there we have Christopher Proudfoot saying dog tracking is just not all that great. 727-755-6001. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Good evening, Myron. Happy Wednesday. Let's see what else we've got from Christopher Proudfoot. He likes to post on Facebook. For someone who doesn't let anybody in his household have social media, he really likes to post in Facebook groups. And he follows some kinky sites. Just saying. Just saying. All you have to do is go look at his likes on Facebook. Kink.
I'm sexy and I know it. I work out.
Here's a post from Christopher that did not age well. This did not age well. June 18th of 2020. Don't put me in a, he puts 100%. Don't put me in a position where I got to show you how heartless I can be.
From
Myron.
What's up? You are live.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, is this Myron?
What's up, Jay?
Myron!
Hey, listen, I can only talk for like 5 minutes.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what's on your mind.
That was nice last night, by the way. Thank you for introducing me to Duchess. That was pretty cool.
Oh, did you enjoy Duchess?
Yeah.
Yay! I love her. She's great. Her chat's great. We had a great time in there.
Who are they, by the way?
I just found her on this case and saw that.
Who are they?
Who's who?
Duchess. Those 2 girls. Who are they?
Who are they?
The only reason, like, who are they? I don't know who they are. Like, I was trying to talk to them yesterday, but it was like kind of busy on the line, so I was trying to talk to them.
Oh, honey,
but,
I don't know.
They were really. How do you found them?
I found them because they had a video on this case. It popped up in my feed.
Really? So you really don't know who you are, who they are, who you are, do they?
They knew who I was, but I've never heard of her channel. No.
By the way, how are you, Jay, man?
I'm good, man. So what's up? What do you think about all this stuff? What do you think of Proudfoot? What do you think of this?
Well, I wanted to talk about 3 topics before I get out of here.
Yeah, go ahead.
About Sebastian. You know what I think about. I don't know if you were reading the chat last night, but I think that I just think Sebastian didn't go anywhere, Jay. He's there somewhere hiding. Like, and when I don't want to talk about it because we're on the phone, but like, I think something happened to him in that house.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
I mean, the thing with the thing with the flashlight and that video is very rare because he doesn't like being out there.
No.
Why would he be out? Why would he be out there? You know. And by the way, why is he missing only one shoe?
I wasn't sure that they told us how many shoes he was missing. First,
I thought that they said that.
they said there's no shoes missing, but they can't tell how many pairs he owns. So I don't know how they know that none are missing if they don't know how many.
And by the way, what time was that, Jay? Was it what at 3 a.m?
The flashlight
Between
video?
12 and 3? Yeah.
The flashlight video is at 3.
It's at 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. You think that he will be out there at 3 a.m?
Nope.
I mean, for real. Like, I don't think so. By the way, who do you think is out there then?
Who do I?
So he just disappeared all of a sudden. Then Sebastian just disappeared all of a sudden?
Who do you think is out there? Who do you think those two flashlights are?
Them.
The mom and dad? Or mom and
Yes,
stepdad? I mean?
and the stepdad.
Yeah, I don't want to say dad.
Stepdad.
Yeah, stepdad. I hate that I keep saying
that
dad.
guy. I don't even call his name anymore because I don't believe anything he says.
Proudfoot.
Whatever his name is. You know, like I don't like it's like this. Remember when I said I saw you and Cheryl at the chat room last night. I read everything, by the way. Okay, so I saw you guys, and I was talking about the Stern. Like it's almost the same, but it's not the same because, you know, we know already about Maddie, right? But at the same time, I want to know what happened to Sebastian. How come he's nowhere to be found? You think if somebody took him, how come there's no track?
I don't know.
How come? Like where? Well, I want to know because if the cops went over there and they searched that, how did they search the whole home? Have they searched underneath that house? Do we know like what's going on in that home? And by the way, I saw that video, the one that you posted over there with the marks. That's a nice house. That's a nice little place. You think Sebastian wants to be outside?
No.
I don't think so.
There's a couple statements that she made that I didn't like. One of them was, I don't know why he walked out that door. So I don't know how they know he went out the door versus another avenue because the door was locked, according to them. So if the door is locked on the inside, I'm not going to assume my kid like went out that door, but she did. So there was another thing she said, Myron, that bothered me was that in the very first in the hand interview, which we haven't gotten to yet, here's one thing, the clothing. What were we told he was last seen wearing? Just black sweatpants and a black shirt, right? A black long sleeve shirt.
Exactly. And that's why I'm asking you about the shoes.
Okay, so, well, he isn't wearing shoes. But if we go to the hand interview, she goes into great detail and tells us, or I think it's the hand interview. It might actually be this interview. I can't remember.
That's the one that you had the
She states he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes. And then she says a black long sleeve shirt with a print on it. And then Chris steps in and says, yeah, Star Wars or Halloween. And then she says,
he always jumps in on top of
and then she says Minecraft. And he goes, yep, those are the 3 things he liked on his clothing right now, and laughs. Then his dad says, you're not, or his stepdad, you're not in trouble.
The stepdad. Yeah.
That door is unlocked and waiting. Okay. So did he get locked?
Is that your son?
Did he get locked out of the
He
house?
did. I don't think so. He never left the house. Something happened inside that house. That's an alibi that he's creating about. The thing with the flashlight is creating that. I'm telling you right now. That's why it's so dark out there. Who do you think is out there then? If it's not them.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
At 3 o'clock in the morning. And by the way, let me ask you a question. Why would you leave your doors unlocked, knowing what's going on out there, right? So Sebastian just disappeared like a ghost. Poof.
No, people don't disappear. They don't vanish, do they?
Exactly. So again, we're going back to the same question that I just asked you. So at 3 o'clock in the morning. Who are those two people with the flashlights in the middle of the dark? And if you look at that video, by the way, they don't have cameras there, right? That house, they don't really have cameras out there, like the real cameras. Whose cameras are there? I thought that house, I read it.
It's a neighbor.
That guy doesn't believe in.
It's a neighbor.
Yeah, this is the neighbors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they don't have cameras. I know that because I read it. So let me ask you a question again. So who the hell are those two people with flashlights? And by the way, why do they have flashlights? Who are they looking for? Are they looking for Sebastian, them too? Or they're creating an alibi? To me, it's an alibi. What do you think? Like, I'm just asking you, like, I'm trying to be objective as much as I can, but I'm just, like, trying to see who are those two people there in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning with flashlights? Who?
Well, if you're asking my opinion, I think.
Who do you think it is? Yes, that's why I'm asking.
I think it's the two people that are on the screen right now. And there's another thing. There's another thing, Myron. Myron, listen to this. In this interview right here, when she's recounting after she's looked for him, she states, she says, and I lost my train of thought, Myron, because I read Miss Robbins said you're spicy today. And I agree. I like your spiciness. You're tired of this.
Yes, I am, Jay. And you know what I'm talking about. You know? And not only frustrates me, you know, I see every trial and every show and all that stuff everywhere. The thing with Riley Strang, I know what's going on with him too, because I look at everything. But look, I'm asking about Sebastian. Sebastian is not a dumb kid. Okay? He's not. He's a smart little kid. We already heard testimony from his dad. And I believe everything from his real dad. You know, I heard those interviews over and over and over when you played it for us, you know, and I'm listening to it and I'm trying to figure it out if he's making things up. No, he's not. He actually misses his son. You know, and at the same time, I think the stepdad and the real mother, how come they boots in the ground? Come on, let's go out there. Let's go look for Sebastian.
Myron, I remember what I was going to say. So when she said she was out searching and came back, she said, I ran back to I drove back. She said, ran. Now, let me tell you something else. In the flashlight video, the reporter gives a rundown of the video as he walks through it. And he says that one of the subjects runs in the video. She said she ran back to us. Then she stopped herself and she said, I drove back. How would
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me that. Yeah.
So I mean, those kinds of things, like if you're telling the truth, those kinds of things are not gonna be discrepancies. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a totally different, like I ran, I drove. Like, no, you're gonna be replaying that moment, and you're gonna know that you were driving, not running. Like that just didn't make sense.
And remember, Jay, that area is really dark at 3 o'clock in the morning. This is not the city, all right? Look at that area around the surroundings and that home.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dark out there.
Pitch black is what the reporter said.
Pitch black. Pitch black.
Those were his exact words, Myron. Pitch black out there.
Exactly, Jay. Exactly. And not only that, you think Sebastian wants to be out there? He loves video games. He likes to play. He likes to have fun. He's a happy kid. Something happened inside that home. And I guarantee it. And I don't care what anybody says. In my opinion, that they got to investigate through over there, okay? I don't care. Just like the same with the other scumbag over there, the monster Stearns, you know? And I'm telling you right now, the thing with Marty and Jennifer Soto, we know already.
Yeah.
It's not like come on, Jay. Even if she lawyer up, even if she didn't lawyer up, she lied to the cops, Jay. I mean, she lied.
Well, I just have one
Remember she
thing
lied
to.
about.
Yeah,
Remember the timeline. Remember the timeline when the sheriff was there in the presser. He was saying the timeline, and then we go back to the days when she's having the WS whatever presser, and she's talking to the guy, and she's saying, "We know she lied. Everybody knows." I mean, come on. You still understand when she's not arrested already, Because I guess they're building their case. I don't know, but
Well,
I feel bad for Maddie, man. It really sucks,
Yeah, I agree. All right,
I just
Myron.
wanted to say,
Yeah, let's watch the.
do you like?
Do I like what?
I just wanted to say hello to hello everybody.
Oh yes, say hello to everybody, Myron. Everybody loves that you're on fire tonight. You came in hot like a fajita.
Coming in hot.
Like a Dorito.
Like a Dorito. Well, I'm gonna play the rest of this. I got a few more discrepancies to
I just
show
wanted
you.
to say hello to everybody, but about the thing with Riley Strain, what do you think happened, James? I disagree with you, by the way.
You know what?
You don't think he got drugged?
No. Mm-mm.
Why?
Because I don't. I followed a similar case that's almost like identical.
So where is he? How come he didn't ask the cops for help?
I think it was a horrible accident.
How come he reacted so normal then, all of a sudden, because the drug was aware?
I don't.
And by the way, if you look at the video again, I've been looking at it, when everybody's saying that he hit himself, he didn't hit himself. He fell down. If you look at it really close, he didn't even touch that. Before he fell down, he slipped, and he went down on the floor. He never hit himself. He was already drugged. He was targeted.
I mean,
from
I'm
the
not.
club.
I'm not saying that it's not possible he was drugged, but I didn't see anybody following him. Like, if you're gonna drug somebody, like there's gonna be a purpose. Like, what's the point in drugging them?
Well, we already have other cases like that, Dave. This is not the first time. You know that, right?
What?
Especially with college kids.
Mm-mm. All right,
All right, we will disagree, but I'm
we
just,
can
I'm
disagree.
just letting
We
you
can.
know. I
Well,
think
we can talk about this, but let's keep it on Sebastian tonight.
All right, Jay.
All right, we'll talk Riley again, but let's keep it on Sebastian tonight. And I think we're on the same page with that one, Myron.
You have a good night, Jay. I love you.
I love you too, Myron. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye. Karchi, call in. Give me a call, Karchi. 727. Here we go. Oh, back-to-back call-ins.
Call from
Karchi.
Sup, Karchi?
Hey.
Hey, you are live. What's up?
Sweet deal. No, I just wanted to say really quick, I don't know a lot about this case, but this is the first time I'm seeing everything, so I'm catching up on the timeline and everything.
Okay.
But just seeing Sebastian and seeing the people on the screen and kind of the mannerisms and the way that they're speaking, a lot of this just hits close to home with a hometown case of mine. All of this reminds me of Kyron Horman, who still hasn't been found here in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. He went missing, definitely over 10 years ago, but he was a young boy who went missing. His stepmom has been accused of having something to do with him going missing, and it was just a very similar style of talk.
I remember his case. Little Kyron and his glasses. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
This stepdad just has so much to say and a lot of extra details that just seem unnecessary, as opposed to like how I see the mom's demeanor, where she's kind of like looking off into the distance a lot. She seems really uninterested. A lot of the discrepancies she may have seem like if she was told to say something, but she really knows other things, like he's coached her, or I don't know. I feel like he definitely did something. Like, I feel like he's definitely going to be more responsible, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just get really bad vibes. It just seems
Girl,
really, really
me
familiar.
too.
Yeah, he's a lot closer than it seems, and I trust dogs as far as like their skill set and their senses, and like I know that people don't think they're the most reliable, but I mean they're being used for a reason to help further cases and get
Girl, he tried to put, he
evidence.
shot down everything, like just like Stephen Stearns, there was nothing on the cameras, or they got to comb through it. It's this, that we've exhausted this, and they're doing everything they can, and there's just never any hope. It's always just like Eeyore. There's nothing more we can do.
He wants to look at every option, but speculation will cause a problem. And it's like, well, you don't want people to speculate about you or what? Like, I mean, obviously there's something else going on. You guys are trying to paint a specific picture, and it's been almost 4 weeks. Like, we don't have any information. There has to be something that happened. Like, you guys know something. Like, he didn't just get up and leave in the middle of the night.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you know what else? Karchi? It's like, and the truth doesn't change, right? Like, if you tell your initial story is that you woke up, you walked straight to your kid's bedroom to wake him up, and he wasn't in his bed. Like, and then you went and called your husband, and you guys called the police, and the police were there within minutes, right? Then you add in that you drove around, like 3 interviews later. Like, why would that be added in? Why would,
you don't forget those pieces of information.
Why are we told he was wearing all black, but then in this one interview she throws in that the pants had white stripes on the side and there was a logo on the front? I mean, that would be initial information, unless maybe they figured out what he was wearing later. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but those are very, very distinct differences in clothing.